Welcome to Online Sunday School and our year theme, Where's God?
Today, we will celebrate our February birthdays, learn our new memory verse, begin our Lent craft, and sing some songs. Before we get started, I have some knock-knock jokes for you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Ken. Can I come inside? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Anita. I need to borrow a pencil.
Happy birthday this month to Hosea and Lois.
Ask and you
Will receive.
Seek and you
Will find.
knock and the door
will be opened for you.
Ask, and you will receive. Search, and you will find. Knock, and the door will be opened for you. Matthew 7:7. I'm going to ask you a few questions about our memory verse today. If the answer is yes, give me 2 thumbs up. If the answer is no, give me 2 thumbs down. Are you ready? Does this verse mean that I can ask for all the toys I want and I will get them all? Remember, yes or no. Does the verse mean that if I look for my favorite lost stuffed animal, I will find it? Yes or no? Does this mean that if I knock on my friend's door, it will always open? If the answer to all of those questions was no, then what will I get? What will we find? What door will be opened? Remember that this year we have been on a search for God. What happens if we put God into the answer of each of those questions. What will you get? God. What will we find? God. What door will be opened? The one that leads to God. All through this Lent season, we're going to discover what God is there waiting for when we open that door. Today we will start a craft that will take us all the way through the Lent season until we reach Easter. Today we will be constructing the wall and the door part of our craft. The door reminds us that God is there waiting for us to knock at the door. Each week we will be adding something different behind the door, reminding us of what God is there waiting to do. Each week we will also be adding some bricks to our wall so that by Easter, our wall, our door, and all the items behind it will be complete.
Hi kids! Hey, I'm really excited about this year's Lent project. Come take a look with me. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this, a door into God's kingdom, a wall like the walls of Jerusalem, and a message from God each time you knock on the door and open the door. It is written in the Bible in Matthew 7 verse 7, ask and you shall receive, search and you will find, knock and the door will be opened for you. God wants you to come and knock on his door and he will always welcome you into his kingdom. So this kind of looks like a big project, but we're going to break it down into small parts over the 6 weeks of Lent to make it more doable and achievable. So I hope you have fun with it. So how about we pause the video and go get the craft bag that your parents picked up from the church and we'll take a look at the supplies that we're going to be working with. Okay, so let's lay everything out that's in your bag. There should be a piece of cardboard, a popsicle frame, 5 pieces of paper, and a small baggie with this stuff in it. And this stuff is going to be used to make the door. It should include a window, a group of rounded popsicle sticks, a group of straight edge popsicle sticks, a button for the door, and 4 rivets. Also in your bag, you should have 5 smaller bags with the words week 1, week 2, all the way to week 5. You can put those bags aside and in a safe place because we won't be needing them until next week. You should also have received from the church, and if you haven't, if you could go get, we need some white glue and a glue stick. Great, so now that we have all that we're working with, let's get started. Okay, so today what we're going to work on is we're going to make the door. We're going to attach this track frame onto the back side of the wall, and we're going to make the track. And you'll be adding messages to the track each week as we go through Lent and get closer to Easter. So the first thing we'll make is the door. Maybe you can watch this video while I do an example, and then you can pause the video and take as much time as you need with your door. So first get the big plastic bag and lay it in front of you. We'll glue the door together on the plastic, and then once it's dry you can decorate it and we'll glue it on at the end of the project. Okay, so get the popsicles with the rounded edges, and you need to lay 10 in a row. Okay, and now you can use these other 2 to kind of straighten them out, like that. Make sure it's straight. Good. And then you want to take these 2 popsicle sticks that have straight edges, and this is what's going to hold the door together. So what we're going to do is we're going to put glue on the back side, but first you need to figure out how you want your door to look. You see on this one I put the sticks at the top and the bottom, you can like put them in the middle, like put it across like that, and just you can put your door in like that if you want, or you can do three in there. You can add one of these extra ones. You kind of get some ideas of what you would like, how you would like to make your door. Okay, so I'll get it straight again. Or we can go like this with the popsicles, kind of whatever you want to do. Okay, but before, okay, so we'll get the glue all along the top because it needs to stick to every piece of the wood. Like that. And do it again to the, oops, that's a little too much. You can take a little bit off because it'll take longer to dry if there's too much on there. Okay. Okay, so now we'll make sure they're kind of close together and straight at the top and bottom. Good. And now we will, you can pause the video and you can make your door. Okay, so while your door is drying, what we're going to do is we're going to attach the track frame that you should have in your bag onto the back of the cardboard. So we'll just move this bag aside, and then you can get your cardboard. You can get another one. Get your cardboard and your track frame and the glue. That's what you're going to need. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put some glue on this left popsicle stick and the right popsicle stick, and then we're going to stick it down here. When you stick it onto the cardboard, you want to make sure that the top of the beam is at the top and the open part of the track is at the bottom so the paper can feed through. Okay, so we'll put the glue on here. So do that and then stick it on, and you want to, you see if you can focus in here, cameraman, put the popsicle stick right on the edge of the door, right on the opening of the edge of the door, and keep the track, put it a little bit above the door, the opening of the door, and that way you don't want to be able to see the popsicle sticks when you open up the door. And then maybe the right side of the popsicle stick, it might not stick. Maybe just kind of do like that, and good. So then we'll just, if the right, you want to make sure the left side is touching. If the right side isn't touching, that's okay. The top corner of the right probably will stick and it should be okay. So we just want to be careful with this. Okay, so we're going to pause the video and now you can do it. Okay, so now once that's drying, we'll put it over to the side and make sure it doesn't move off the cardboard. So go like that. Now we're going to make the message track that you're going to be adding messages to each week. So in your stuff, you should have 5 pieces of paper. If you want to lay them down in a line, it will make it easier to put together. Okay, so you'll see on the pieces of paper, it says use glue stick here. So this is going to be piece 1. This will be piece 2, piece 3, piece 4, and piece 5. Okay, so you want to grab your glue stick, and maybe it might be good to have a piece of paper under it, and we're going to put the glue along there. You can pause the video if you like, or do it with me. And we're going to take piece 4 and cover that writing so we don't see it. And you want to try to make sure that the edges of the paper are going a line or flat with each other. Okay, so if you want to keep doing that for each page, 3 onto page 4. And then the last one. Okay, so there we go. So we have it in a line, but we need it to be in a circle because it helps the wall stand up. So we'll take, you see, we got used glue stick here. We'll use the glue stick there, and then we'll wrap this end around like that. And Angela will be giving you details, instructions of how to get your message onto these tracks later in weeks. Okay, so there. We've got our message track. And wait till your track is dry. Mine's already dry. So when your track is dry, you can set it on your message thing like this. And then each time you open the door, it'll be a new message. And then, so you might want to play with it a bit. You can move the message like this each time. And if it sticks, you might just need to look at the distance between the 2 popsicle sticks and figure that out. Okay, so that's it for that. Okay, so let's get back to finishing your door. First, so we're gonna decorate it now. So make sure your door, the glue is dry before you decorate it. We've included a window. This is kind of like the window that they had in the doors when Jesus was on earth and knocking to come in. So you can put it on or not, whatever you choose. I've added some rivets, kind of makes it look like nails to hold the door together, and a button. But you can add whatever you like, whatever craft supplies you like. So, but first what you want to do is, if you want to color your door, that's what you should do first. So I just used a felt marker to color my door. You could use paint if your parents say it's okay. Yeah, so I've used stamps. So we want you to get creative. And Angela and I would love for you guys to show us your special doors if you want to send us pictures. So yeah, I think that's it. If you want to pause the video and get creative, that'd be awesome. Okay, so now that your door is all decorated, we're going to attach it to the cardboard, and this is going to be the last step for today. So you might want to ask your mom, dad, or an older sibling or anybody to help you, because this might be a little tricky. So again, you can watch me first and then pause the video. So first check to make sure that your track is dried and attached to the cardboard, because we're going to be moving it around. So then you want to put some white glue on the back side of your door. So get lots on there so it'll stick to the cardboard like that. And now what you'll need to do is, that might be too much. You want to stand it up, and we need to open this door. We need to open the door and set the door on it to know how far to put it in. So you want to go like that. Okay, so that in the future we'll be able to open the door far enough to see the message. So then let it close like that. Hold it closed, and yeah, and then you can just set it down there to dry. And make sure it's all dry before knocking on it. So that's it for the week. Great job and have a great week, and we'll see you next week.
Next week is our first Lent lesson and our monthly Zoom session. Be sure to join us. For today, we'll finish with a song. See you next week.